At least 30 people have been killed and 47 others injured after a passenger train travelling towards the cantonment area in Quetta was struck by a powerful explosion near Chaman Fatak in Pakistan's Balochistan province, in what initial reports describe as a suspected vehicle-borne suicide attack. The blast occurred as the train passed through a railway crossing, triggering a massive explosion that ripped through multiple coaches and caused widespread destruction along the track. Notably, the impact of the explosion was extremely severe, reportedly derailing several compartments and igniting a large fire that spread rapidly through the train. And within minutes, thick smoke and towering flames engulfed the entire area, creating panic among passengers and nearby residents. Eyewitness accounts suggest that the explosion was so intense that parts of the train were completely gutted while debris was scattered across the surrounding area. Some early reports also indicate that gunfire may have been heard shortly after the blast, further adding to confusion and fear at the scene, although authorities have not yet confirmed all this detail. The train was travelling from Quetta Kent station when the incident occurred. Initial information suggests that it may have been carrying a mix of civilian passengers and security personnel, although officials have not released a verified breakdown of all those on board. And the force of the explosion not only damaged the train but also affected nearby infrastructure, including parts of the railway track and adjacent vehicles, significantly disrupting movement in the entire area. Emergency response teams, including rescue workers, ambulances and security forces, arrived at the site shortly after the explosion. The entire area was immediately cordoned off in order to secure the location and allow rescue operations to proceed without any interruption. Firefighters worked to bring the blaze under control while rescue teams searched through the wreckage for the survivors. Injured passengers were evacuated in emergency conditions and transported to nearby hospitals, with many shifted to Civil Hospital Quetta, which declared a state of emergency due to the sudden influx of casualties. Medical staff were deployed in large numbers in order to treat the critically injured, while hospital authorities also began the difficult process of identifying the deceased and supporting grieving families. And according to the figures from the ground, at least 30 people have died and 47 have been injured, with several victims reported to be in critical condition. Officials have also warned that the death toll could rise as rescue operations continue and more information becomes available. The scale of the destruction has raised serious concerns about the security of railway routes in the region, particularly in light of the intensity of the blast and its impact on a moving passenger train. And this incident comes amid a broader backdrop of escalating instability in Balochistan, where multiple attacks, armed clashes, infrastructure sabotage, and road blockades have been reported in recent weeks. Key transport corridors, including the N40 Quetta Taftan Highway, have experienced repeated disruptions due to the security incidents, highlighting the fragile security environment in the province. And all these ongoing tensions have increasingly affected civilian travel, trade routes, and the movement of essential supplies. Following the attack, security forces launched a full-scale investigation in order to determine the exact nature of the explosion and identify all those responsible. Intelligence agencies are also examining whether the incident is linked to militant networks operating in the region. Meanwhile, security has been tightened across railway lines, highways and sensitive installations in Balochistan in order to prevent any further incidents. Authorities have also urged the public to avoid the affected area as rescue and investigation operations continue, and the situation remains highly fluid, and officials are expected to release further verified updates as more information becomes available from the ground. Notably, in a significant development, at least 30 people were killed and 47 injured after a passenger train heading towards Quetta cantonment was hit by a powerful explosion near Chaman Fatak in Pakistan's Balochistan province. The blast, described in initial reports as a suspected vehicle-borne suicide attack, caused multiple coaches to derail and triggered a massive fire that engulfed the train. Eyewitnesses reported heavy smoke and panic at the scene, with some accounts also mentioning possible gunfire. Emergency teams rushed the injured to the hospitals, including Civil Hospital Quetta, which declared an emergency. Authorities have launched an investigation amid rising security concerns in the region. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.